is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Go. There has been so much news the last few days. It's been absolutely ridiculous. Like, the last 48 hours of Pokemon Go, like maybe even a little bit more than that, have been absolutely crazy. Now, why haven't I covered any of this? I'm going to do it all in this one video. It's going to be absolutely insane. But, here's the thing. So I work at Starbucks as a barista trainer, as you may or may not know. So recently my manager approached me and two other people. We're going to be having an interview, and one of us three is actually going to be promoted to the next level at Starbucks. So I've been very busy with that. I've been thinking, planning, researching things. So because we also have to do a coffee tasting and prepare our own materials and something to pair with the coffee, all very different, interesting things. And I'm very excited about that, obviously. So I've been doing that. Plus, I've also been having different times in my shifts where now I'm working mostly in the middle of the day as opposed to in the morning or late at night. So today was actually my only day off this week. So I'm going to go ahead and bring everything to the table. And I thought I was only going to be bringing one thing, and that's going to be the first thing that we're going to be discussing. But right now we're going to talk about Clamperl Day. At this timestamp here, we'll talk about the new AR Plus Snapshot thing going on. At this timestamp here, I'll be talking about Latias Day. Latias Day is a thing and it's coming back. And over here, as long as we're talking about competitions, I'm going to put this timestamp here. That's going to be the competition between teams and the new team-changing medallion. So let's get right into it with Clamperl. Alright, so if we go ahead and jump into the news with Clamperl and whatnot. Actually, I haven't even looked at the news. This is probably huge. Yeah, so here it is. Here's a few of them at least. Clamperl Day. So if you don't know, this is the new research day. So I thought maybe there would be a research day every month, and it looks like that's going to be a thing. We're getting Clamperl Day. Now, it's going to be this Saturday, so for my community, we're actually going to be doing Clamperl Day and then jumping right into a Twilight Cup after that. So we're going to be doing that, and then during the time you can also get 2 times Stardust for every Water-type Pokemon, and also increase Water-type Pokemon spawns. Now, Clamperl. Let's discuss Clamperl as a Pokemon and overall my thoughts and opinion on this. So, this here's Clamperl. Clamperl is a great Pokemon. Well, not necessarily. It's a greatly designed Pokemon, is what I should say. Research Day is a great theory, and I think they've figured it out. Hey, let's not make this Clamperl a shiny. So shiny Clamperl is not going to be a thing. It's going to be regular Clamperl. Now, you can either choose to do one and done. Let me get my Pokedex and get it done. So they're not making it a big thing. Hey, shiny Feebas was a big thing. Everyone thought, oh, I have to do this. I have to grind for 3 hours so I can get a chance at a shiny Feebas. No, you can go to any Pokestop in this 3-hour time span, get one of these, get one of the researches for Clamperl, and boom, you're done. You have your Clamperl, and that's it, right? Well, not really. You see, if you choose to do the 3-hour event, for the whole 3-hour event, you keep on stacking up these Clamperl researches. One, you get a better chance of getting 100%. Last month with Feebas, a lot of people ended up getting really good IV Feebases, getting 100% Milotics. It was way more prominent, rather, that you would get a good IV Feebas from the research, because research gives you the same IVs as an egg hatch. So you get a chance at a good IV Clamperl, and not only that, 4 to 3 hours, you keep on stacking up on candies, right? Plus, Clamperl is also a Water-type Pokemon, so you're going to be getting double Stardust on Clamperl as a Pokemon, getting that Pokedex edition, rather. And then we get into its evolutions. So Clamperl is actually another one of these Pokemon that has a split tree evolution. Very much like Eevee splits, but more along the lines of how Wurmple splits, especially considering Pokemon Go. Now, in the games, you had 2 items that you could use, very much like a Fire Stone or a Leaf Stone or a Thunder Stone or whatever. And you could use it on your Clamperl, and you could get Gorbis, or you get Huntail, depending on which item you used. Pokemon Go is going a different direction. They are using the Wurmple way. So you know how you get a Wurmple and you evolve your Wurmple and it can be randomly either a Silcoon or a Cascoon? That's how they're handling Clamperl. So you need at least 100 candies to try and get both of these evolutions. So 50 candies for a Gorbis, 50 candies for a Huntail, and it's going to be random. So you can either get your one and done and just stop doing your stuff and just kind of like walk it as your buddy. I mean, I'm sure it would be a very delightful looking buddy. So you could do that, or you could, use rare candies. If you just had like a bunch of rare candies, like you're stockpiling rare candies and you don't know what to do, well, you just throw them all into Clamperl and play the evolution roulette. So there's Clamperl. Also, increased water type spawns though. Now, the two they highlighted were Wailmer and Krabby. However, there are tons of other water type Pokemon, including, and I'm speaking just about shiny possibilities here, so Wailmer and Krabby, which I have a Wailmer and a Wailord actually that are both shiny. But I do not have a Krabby. Krabby is one of my favorite water type Pokemon, so I would really love to get a shiny Krabby. But also, if you're looking for, say, shiny Magikarp or shiny Shelder, those are both also water type Pokemon, and you could be seeing some of those. You might see some Totodiles and some Squirtles as well, and all sorts of other water type Pokemon. So tons of water type Pokemon spawns. Honestly, I'm very excited about the event, personally. Alright, let's talk about this next one here. Snap off the lens on your inner photographer. We got Snapshot. So this has actually become a thing. And let's go into Pokemon, right? Let's go, let's just click on this shiny Bulbasaur, okay? Shiny Bulbasaur. Now there's this new icon, if you have the latest update, of a camera. So this is my first time actually using this. So it basically turns into an AR screen. And now you look around with the flat, okay, so here's some, oh, that's so cool. Tap a place. So you basically like put your Pokemon in any place, I guess. So let's just throw it there. And look, there is my shiny Bulbasaur from Community Day. Now, if I want it to look at me, I can brush across, I can tap it and make it attack and have like a very cool like rawr animation. Or like, let's say I like turn around. Okay, I think it should stay right there, and if I brush it, it turns around and looks at me. So that's very cool. You can go ahead and like play around with that and get like better angles and just kind of turn around in that kind of situation. So it's very cool, very awesome that you can now like do this kind of thing, and the best thing about it is that it won't run away. So now I can return it to my Ultra Ball, and I can stay on this screen and try and place it like over there if I wanted to, or back over there, or I can just go ahead and just exit the whole thing entirely, and now I'm back to playing Pokemon Go. It's awesome. It's probably one of my favorite things from this like last like 48 hours of randomness. Also, of course, we do have the new loading screen. Yeah, might as well just exit out of Pokemon Go real quick, bring it back up, and we have the new loading screen, which does also include our first look at Smeargle and its photobombing, which is very funny. I like how like they've done this, and like you can see all the new features and whatnot. Posing with Mr. Mime. There's a bunch of like new Gen 4 Pokemon in the background there. Very cool. Very excited about this whole thing. Now, what about you Raiders out there? For this weekend, we actually have a new like little mini event for Latias. Latias is the worst of the two Eon dragons because it's the more defensive one, so it's going to give you the more of a challenge when you actually go out and raid, especially with the HP buff that raid bosses had a couple updates ago. But here we go. Here are the best counters to Latias. They're all going to be dragons except for the newly added to the game Mamoswine. And of course you do actually want Mamoswine with Powder Snow and Avalanche for this one. But as you see here, we do have Rayquaza, Latios, which is my favorite dragon, Dragonite, Salamence, and the newly added Palkia. And here you can actually see all of its other weaknesses, which do include Bug, Dark, Fairy, Ice, Ghost, and Dragon. This is because Dragon is weak to Dragon and Ice and Fairy and whatnot, but also Latias is half Psychic, so it does have weaknesses to Bug, Dark, and Ghost types as well. Here are its max CPs for catching in both regular and weather boosted scenarios. It's going to be boosted by windy weather only. Now, you also do see there, that's a shiny Latias. And I'll go ahead and throw that up as a bigger image on top of here. Shiny Latias and Shiny Latios are both amazing, and we do actually have confirmation that there will be a Latios weekend either later in this... there's not really much left to this month. I'm dying. There's not really much left to this month. However, probably next month, maybe alongside with Research Day or Research Weekend, I don't know what we're going to call this from now on. But we're going to be seeing Shiny Latios. Personally, I would love to have both of these, but really, I really want Latios. Latios is my special, he's my new favorite dragon, and that's because of the raid train that I was on, and also because that is my only 100% legendary Pokemon in Pokemon Go. Now, the final bit of news, back from the GoHub Discord now, is this new team medallion. Now, this will be launching on February 26th. Today is the 21st, so in a few days, you'll be able to change your team for the first time in Pokemon Go. So that's what the medallion looks like. It actually looks pretty cool. But let's talk about this. Let's discuss this medallion thing. Okay, let's talk about this. At the medallion, what do I think about the medallion? I think, yeah, it's been 2 years since Pokemon Go launched, 2.5 almost years. And if you started out and you made the wrong decision and you joined Team Valor or Team Mystic, you can finally join the right team. You can finally join Team Instinct. Okay, in all seriousness though, over 2 years, maybe you have found that, hey, all my friends are Team Instinct, or all my friends are Team Valor or Team Mystic, right? Now you can finally change your team and be like, okay, hey, I can be my friend's team. I can now drop into gyms with them when they go out gym hunting, etc. Because I've been in situations where I was with 2 Team Mystic guys and we could take down a Valor gym, but who was gonna put their Pokemon in afterward? So it does kind of alleviate that situation. It does also change, hey, maybe in the beginning of the game you're like, oh yeah, everyone's on Team Valor or everyone's on Team Mystic, so I'm just gonna join the Team Mystic train. Well, now you have a better idea of all the different teams, and maybe now you're like, hey, I don't want to be Team Mystic anymore. I want to be Team Valor, or you want to be Team Instinct. So now there is that way to finally change that. However, it will cost you 1,000 Pokecoins. So there is that, and beyond that, you can only change your team once per year. So that is another added effect. Another added little thing to think about, that if you do this randomly and you're like, hey, I'm just gonna randomly switch my teams, it's gonna cost you 1,000 Pokecoins and a year on the other team that you now choose. And when you go through into that process, it'll guide you through, hey, this is Team Instinct, this is kind of what they are, this is how they're represented, this is Team Mystic, this is Team Valor, this is Spark, Candela, Blanche, these are your leaders, etc. They'll go through all that, just like back when you were level 5 and you first encountered a gym. So it runs through that entire thing again, and we'll probably say, hey, are you sure about this? Yes, and you go and you change your team. So there's probably going to be some kind of very interesting animation to it, but I will personally not be changing my team. I'm very happy with my team, Team Instinct. So that is all the news, and it's a lot. There's a lot to think about in Pokemon Go coming up this weekend and in the future overall. So we do have Clamperl being added to the Pokemon Go universe, Smeargle coming soon, as according to the photobomb. We have AR, Snapshot mode now, which is very cool. You don't have to risk a shiny running away because you want to get a cool picture of it, or a rare Pokemon, or a baby Pokemon. You can now put your baby Pokemon out and be like, oh, look at me cradling my little baby Pokemon. Or this like really rare exotic Pokemon that you found like way in the game, way earlier on in the game, or before AR was even a thing. Because like for me, AR wasn't even a thing until just a couple months ago. So there's years worth of Pokemon that I would love to take pictures of. Now I have a chance to do that, which will all be on my Instagram. And of course we now also have Shiny Latias, and later probably next month Shiny Latios, and being able to change your teams. Tons of information. If you did stick through it all, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Wish me luck on my interview next week. I'm excited, but I'm also kind of nervous about it. So yeah, just wish me luck. Thank you very much. If you did like this episode, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. If you're enjoying the series, please subscribe. And let me know in the comment section below, are you excited? Which one of these things are you most excited about? Me personally, I'm loving the Snapshot. Like just then, that was my first experience and you saw it live. I am actually in love with that. I'm probably gonna stay around here and like take a bunch of pictures actually, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna be around here for a little bit, taking pictures. That's what I'm most excited for. Let me know in the comments below what you're most excited for. And also, if you're going to be changing to Team Valor or Team Mystic, or making the ultimately right choice and choosing Team Instinct. Because there's no shelter from the storm, guys. God bless. See you for the next episode of Pokemon Go.